Hello students, welcome back to my channel. This is Shalini and today I will be discussing with you class 12th English Flamingo book poetry, that is Aunt Jennifer's Tigers, which is written by Adrian Rich. And now we will be covering up all the aspects which are related with the small description of the poetess, the central idea of the poem, its significant features, word meanings, followed by poetic devices. At the initial, we come to know that Adrienne Rich, she was an American poetess, essayist, and feminist. From the name itself, feminist, you are getting the idea that she was one of the most prominent poets of her own time, that is second half of the 20th century. Moreover, she portrays a patriarchal society which is dominated by domineering men. Okay, and what kind of miserable situation or condition, that what kind of miserable and pathetic conditions the ladies were having, married ladies or the married women were having due to domineering or authoritative nature of men. So here in this poetry, Aunt Jennifer's Tigers, the poetess addresses the constraints of married life a woman experiences, and Aunt Jennifer, who is the central character, the main protagonist of the poem, she basically represents women all over the world. So here in the first stanza, the poet introduces us to Aunt Jennifer's dreams, her desires, or her longings for her bright future, and she wants to have a or live a free life. When we move on to the second stanza, we are introduced to the actuality or the reality or bitter experiences of Aunt Jennifer's world, which shows a sharp contrast in her between her dreams and her actuality or reality. And the third stanza is a narrative of the future. So it indicates that what kind of future prospect she is having. In other words, the poetess wishes to say that what kind of life she will be having in near future. Now we are moving towards the poetry. Aunt Jennifer's Tigers, the very first phrase, it indicates that Aunt Jennifer is the lady who is at this particular situation, that she is weaving a tapestry or she is creating a design or panel, and she is reflecting her imagination. Okay, she is doing some creative work, and on that panel, on that frame, she is creating the design of tigers, where tigers symbolize, as you are all, tigers basically symbolize pride, and they are having fearless approach due to their strength as well as attitude. So she wants to say that the tigers of Aunt Jennifer's, what she has designed, they are not at all afraid of men because they are strong enough and to face the challenges. Okay. The idea depicts indirectly that Aunt Jennifer's tigers, which she has created on the screen, they are going to move around. They are of bright topaz. Topaz का meaning होता है semi precious stones का जो color होता है, which basically reflects, which basically shine. So tiger की जो skin पे जो patches और stripes होते हैं, they are of bright yellow color. They are the inhabitants. Denizens means inhabitants or the living creatures of the world of green, of the world of, so world of green का meaning है world of forest. And these tigers are not at all afraid or they are not at all scary of men. Beneath the tiger, they pace, means they walk or they move forward in proper grace or proper gracefulness. They are showing or reflecting their quality of honesty. Okay, they are very sure of their actions, and they are having that sort of identity that even human beings are afraid of them, but they show their symbol of pride and they show always their fearless approach. Now we are moving towards the second stanza, and Aunt Jennifer's fingers, they are fluttering through her wool as she is doing the designing. So her hands, her fingers are shaking. They are terrified because of the fear of Uncle Jennifer. Okay. Moreover, she is saying that while she is using the ivory needle in order to give the creative expression to her panel, to her design, she is not able to pull. It means what kind of fear she was having in her mind due to her married life. She was not at all happy with her husband. And uncle's wedding band, it refers, uncle's wedding band का मीनिंग होता है लाइक जैसे वेडिंग बैंड और रिंग कोई भी एक मैरिड लाइफ का सिंबल होती है, उसको रिफ्लेक्ट करती है. सो इट इज़ नॉट एट ऑल वेरी हैवी, वो वेट में हैवी नहीं है, बट उसकी जो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज़ हैं, मैरिड लाइफ की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज़ एंड व्हाट काइंड ऑफ men were having the attitude. The wedding band was a burden for her as she was not able to get the enough space or the freedom to express her feelings because of her married responsibilities, because of her domestic responsibilities. Like you could say that she was imposed so many restrictions as a woman and she was not able to live her life in her own manner. That is why वो इस वेडिंग बैंड को एक बर्डन की तरह कंसिडर करती है, नॉट एज अ सिंबल ऑफ लव और एक मैरिड लाइफ का जो सिंबल होता है लाइक वेडिंग रिंग, इट वॉज नॉट दैट सॉर्ट ऑफ थिंग इन हर लाइफ. एंड नाउ it was considered as unbreakable bond that weighs her down. Now we are moving towards the third stanza where we are going to talk about the future prospects of her life, that what kind of life Aunt Jennifer will be having. The poetess says, when aunt is dead, her terrified hands will lie, still ringed with ordeal she was mastered by. It means by whom she was mastered, she will remain same even after her death, and she will remain unhappy. She will remain fearful. ओके, रिंग्ड विद ऑर्डील्स का मीनिंग होता है, रिंग्ड मीन्स एनसर्कल होना किसी भी चीज़ में, लाइक आप एनस्लेव की तरह रह रहे हो. और डील्स का मीनिंग होता है कि जो हार्डशिप, जो चैलेंजेस और जो प्रॉब्लम्स विच शी हैज़ डेल्ट और विच शी हैज़ एक्सपीरियंस्ड इन हर मैरिड लाइफ. बट on the other hand, the tigers in the panel means the Aunt Jennifer's की जो creativity है, it will remain same. और जो tigers in the panel हैं, they will go on prancing, proud and unafraid. They will go on walking. They will feel. It means now the tigers in the panel, they will remain fearless because they are the symbol of pride. They will keep on moving and they are going to reflect their strength. Okay, so basically her artwork reflects her inner sense or the freedom which will remain forever. Okay, it means जो creative expression है, जो feelings है, जो desires हैं, it will remain same. But on the other hand, you could say the whole stanza reflects the idea that even after her death, there will be not at all any chance for her escape. Okay, for that she is going to live a happy married life. Okay, so now we have understood that this is the symbol, or this poetry is the symbol of expression of lack of freedom, lack of desire and lack of emotions in this patriarchal society, and this is the way to create awareness in the society. Hope you have understood this poem. And now we are moving towards poetic devices. The very first one you can talk about rhyme scheme. Like आप देख सकते हैं rhyme scheme में फर्स्ट वन में स्क्रीन, ग्रीन, और सेकेंड स्टैंजा में वूल, पुल, बैंड, हैंड. ये एक रिदमिक साउंड है जिनको कोरिलेट किया जा रहा है इन ईच एंड स्पेसिफिक लाइन, ईच एंड एवरी स्पेसिफिक लाइन. So you are going to use at rhyme scheme A, B, B or C, C because they are showing the lyrics. They are creating the lyrical in nature, lyrical approach. Okay. Next we are having imagery or symbols. बहुत सारे इसमें use किए गए हैं like Aunt Jennifer's tigers, prance across a screen, bright topaz denizens. Bright topaz denizens ये एक phrase भी है और एक. Then you are having world of green. Tigers symbolize fear or terror. Bright topaz ये भी आपका symbol है. Fluttering wool, this is also the oppression of woman. Fluttering wool means it indicates the unfulfilled desires as well as fearful approach. Then uncle's wedding band, ये सब आपके symbols हैं, images को use किया जा रहा है यहाँ पर. Ringed with ordeals, then Aunt Jennifer's tigers and Aunt Jennifer's tigers. So these are all the images and symbols used in the poetry in order to create or in order to emphasize a particular idea. And now if we talk about alliteration, alliteration में आपके पास repetition of first letter sound is there, chivalric certainty, okay, C की sound जो है it is reflected. Then we are having fingers fluttering, fingers में F, fluttering में F, again this is highlighted. And one more ironical fact is there, irony भी reflect की जा रही है जिसमें Aunt Jennifer's के जो क्रिएशंस हैं उसको रिफ्लेक्ट किया जा रहा है आंट जेनिफर्स के डिज़ायर्स, हाउ दे आर शार्पली कॉन्ट्रास्टेड विद द रियलिटी. रियलिटी में इट इज़ क्वाइट डिफरेंट बट इन एक्चुअल सेंस और इन डिज़ायर्स दीज आर completely different. Okay, then we are having personification, like आप देखेंगे uncle's wedding band, एक नॉन लिविंग ऑब्जेक्ट को सिट्स है, नॉन लिविंग ऑब्जेक्ट के साथ ह्यूमन एट्रीब्यूट्स और क्वालिटीज़ को रिफ्लेक्ट किया जा रहा है. देन वी आर हैविंग द टाइगर्स in the panel, the tigers in the panel that she made. So this is again one of the poetic devices that is known as personification, जिसमें tigers को human qualities के साथ reflect और compare किया जा रहा है. Okay, hope you have understood this. I have given you the detailed explanation of the poem along with all the phrases, poetic devices and all that. If you are having any recommendations, any suggestions or in any comments you want to give, you are most welcome for the same. Thank you so much.